Guys, what's good? It's your boy Phil. Today we are going to talk about the One Punch Man chapter that dropped last week. It's been about a little more than a week since the chapter dropped. And I've had time to obviously think about it. You've had time to think about it, review it, go over it. Maybe you reread it, some shit like that. And there's a few things I want to talk about. There's a few things I want to talk about in the chapter because there were some huge things. Can I get some light back here? Holy shit. There we go. Boom. It's a big chapter. It's a pretty big chapter. And I'm very interested in where they're going to go, hopefully next week, right? Hopefully the next chapter drops next week. Where they're going to go in 167 and what's going to happen. I'm assuming, I'm praying, I'm hoping that we stick on this high that we've been on for like the past 20-something chapters. But you never know, man. You could get trolled in One Punch Man. You know, we could be having Serious Punch versus Serious Punch in the next chapter. We get a fucking redraw or some shit. I don't know. But without further ado, let's do this shit. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was GENOS. My boy GENOS. So here's the thing. Here's the thing about GENOS, right? Obviously his core ripped out by Garo, right? Smashed that shit, crumbled it up, tossed it to Saitama. Saitama got really pissed. Serious punch. How's it gonna end? That's what's gonna happen in the next chapter, hopefully. But besides that, my boy GENOS, is he dead? I don't know, man. I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna die, man. You can't just have one of the core staple characters in the series just die like that. Now, it'd be crazy. It'd be wild if he did die, don't get me wrong. And it'd be a crazy, thematic shift of the whole series if GENOS just died, right? And you know, I guess some people have been wanting something crazy like that to happen in One Punch Man, right? Wouldn't it be wild if somebody died in One Punch Man? Somebody core to the plot died? That'd be insane, especially if it was GENOS, the right-hand man of Saitama. But I don't think he's gonna die. I think he gets bailed out somehow, some way. Something's gonna happen for him to, you know, end up living. But man, it'd be crazy if he did die. It'd be insane. How would that would catapult the series into a whole new trajectory. In terms of Saitama and how his character develops, that'd be insane if he stayed dead. That'd be crazy. I'd be excited if he stayed dead, don't get me wrong. But I mean, I don't want him to die. But if he did die, wow, what dark path would Saitama go down? It'd be crazy. It would be insane, but I don't think it's going to happen. But besides that, I don't know how he's going to get bailed out. I really don't. I don't know if we're going to do some, like, time travel type bullshit. I don't even think that'll work. I'll be real with you. I feel like, you know, now in One Punch Man, as we've raised the ceiling of, like, overpowered shit in the series, we haven't messed with time yet. We haven't messed with time. Time control is coming up, though. I feel it. It's coming at some point, but we're kind of at like the galaxies and like black holes and shit. Like with Blast, he could do like black holes and teleport and shit like that. That's the kind of the ceiling of where we're at right now. Time travel though, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen at some point. I feel like that just makes sense, right? But I don't think that's how GENOS lives. I don't know. I don't know how he's gonna live. I feel like he's gonna live though. I don't really have the theory fully crafted in my mind just yet. But I think he's gonna live. I think he's gonna live for sure. I hope so, at least. I mean, me personally. But another huge thing, another big thing that happened in the last chapter: the Serious Punch versus the Serious Punch. So I was of the impression that when GENOS can't just well, I guess now I keep confusing GENOS and fucking Garo. I keep confusing their names. It's the fucking G's. I was under the impression that Garo, right, has to actually get hit by the move to be able to copy it. But his new Galaxy Garo form has surpassed that limitation, and now he's able to just see shit and be able to do it. So that's why he was able to use the Serious Punch. And now we have this scenario where it's a Serious Punch versus Serious Punch. And Blast is freaking out over there. He's like, yeah, the Earth is fucked. This shit is just going to blow up the Earth or some shit like that. I think he's going to end up teleporting them, right? I think that's what a lot of us think. He's just going to end up black holing them into some place. I think they're just too focused on each other to even sense that a black hole is coming. And he's just going to black hole them to like a different dimension. And maybe that's how we get into Blast's, you know, squad that he had that got retconned through the redraw. Maybe that's how we get into them, and like Saitama will see Boros' like clone or alien or sister, whatever the fuck it is. He'll see him and maybe he'll recognize him, maybe he won't, he probably won't, knowing Saitama. But maybe that's how they get introduced, something like that. You know, they're very powerful now, Garo and Saitama. So like, whatever slight clash they do has the possibility of blowing up the Earth. So I feel like we're getting to the point where we probably got to get off the Earth if we want to continue this quarrel. Which is fine by me. That's fine by me. I don't think we're gonna go to space or anything like that, but definitely like different dimension or something, or like a pocket dimension. I saw a few people talk about that. Those are all possibilities that I think I mess with. As far as the heroes and like whatever type of poisoning they had, I don't know if it was like radiation poisoning or like just the aura that Garo has is just too much for them to handle. As far as they go, I don't really know how they're gonna like recover from this shit. I feel like a few of them are probably gonna be scarred for life for sure. I feel like in terms of the arc and the trajectory of the arc, I think it's wrapping up, maybe, right? I think it is. I think it's wrapping up. I really don't know. I mean, for the longest time I thought the final boss of this arc was gonna be, you know, God, right? But I mean, it kind of is God, right? God is being worked through Garo, so I don't know. I think we're wrapping up, but I've been saying that for like the past 20 chapters, so I guess we aren't. But those are kind of the main topics, right? Those are like the main things from the chapter. Garo, Saitama, Serious Punch. I'm really curious how this is going to end up. I think they're going to get portaled. I don't think anyone's going to land a punch on each other. But if someone had to, you know, come out of the Serious Punch quarrel, I'm guessing that Saitama's punch has to be stronger, right? Just that rage and the not the uniqueness, the, you know, authenticity of his punch. It's his punch. He is the owner of the Serious Punch. I just think that would be too much for Garo to handle, but who knows? Garo's been copying abilities since day one, and he's still going fucking crazy. It was a nuts chapter. That was probably one of my favorite chapters in recent memory, if I have to be real with you. That chapter was crazy. That chapter was absolutely nuts. I am of the side that thinks that Saitama has to come up with a new move or some shit on the fly to, you know, actually get it to stick against Garo. What that move is going to be, I have no clue, but I'm excited. I'm excited for when it happens. But guys, that's all I really had to say. That's all I really had to say in this video. Let me know down below what you think about this chapter. I thought it was nuts. I thought it was absolutely insane. We should be hopefully getting another chapter this week or next week, something like that. Next week, in like 7 days, 8 days, 9 days, some shit like that. And when that chapter drops, I really hope it's a continuation. I really hope we see what happens with the Serious Punches, because it's going to be absolutely insane. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.